Well, hi everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879 or Tri-Fan 879. This is game number 37 of the 1972 Roberto Clemente Race to 3,000 Hits Stratomatic Super Advanced Replay. If you don't want to know how many hits he needs, please skip ahead for the next little bit. He needs 73 hits in 63 more games. So today, the Pirates will once again be in San Francisco to face the Giants, this time a Saturday day game. The pitching matchup is Steve Blass for the Pirates and sudden Sam McDowell for the Giants. And we'll roll for weather effects here. 1 to 10 is good, 11 to 19 is average, and 20 is bad. And we have average weather, so ballpark singles will be 1 to 4 for lefties, 1 to 7 for righties. Ballpark home runs will be 1 to 10 for lefties and 1 to 16 for righties. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, leading off and playing second base for the Pirates is Dave Cash. And against the lefty, that's a fly ball to center field. And making the catch there is Ken Henderson, one away for Al Oliver. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. And Chris Spire retires Oliver, 2 away. And here's Roberto Clemente. Three and a 5, and that's a fly ball to center field, and Henderson camps under it, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 inning for the Pirates here in the first, and we go to the bottom half of the first. Pirates nothing, and Giants coming to bat. And here's the pitch to Chris Spire. And against a righty, that's a fly ball to right field. Clemente gets under it and puts it away, 1 down. Here's Tito Fuentes. 4 and a 7, switch hitter batting left-handed, 1 to 14 single chance. And that's a 1-out single for Fuentes. And he will be held on, but actually, -5. Actually, they will not hold him on. Actually, yeah, they will hold him on because he has the asterisk there, and that would make him automatically get a jump. So they will hold him on, but he will not be going anywhere. Here's Dave Kingman. Nothing on the 9. 4 and an 11 against a righty, fly ball to left field, and that's not where you want it hit. That's Willie Stargell in left field. He's a 4. 4 and a 9 that will not be caught. Nope. Needs to be 11 or better. Speaking of 11, that's Stargell's air rating. Oh boy, 11 and a 6. No, nothing there, but that will fall in front of them. Fuentes gets a nice read on the ball and goes to third. So runners on the corners with 1 out. And they will play the infield back for Willie McCovey. Nothing on the 6. And struck him out. Big strikeout for Blass. McCovey goes to the dugout. And here's Bobby Bonds. He is neutral against in the clutch, so everything is in play. 6 and a 10. third base chance, and this is for Pagan. He is a 4. And that's going to kick off his body. Throw to first will not be in time. Will there be an error? Let's see. 39. 4 and a 1's a single. 39. And that is a 13. No, he avoids the error. 7, 9, 12, 14, 15, 18, and 6. So Bonds will single. Scoring from third is Fuentes. To third goes Kingman. And Bonds will try to get a lead, even though they're, well... Henderson. Yeah, we're going to try to get a lead. 4 or a 5. And yeah, this would be a max hold. -4, -2. So -5 is your max. And then -7. So you would need a 4 or a 5 to get a jump. And he does not get a jump. So they will hold him on, but he will not be going anywhere. Here's Henderson, havoc roll, nothing on the 7. And here's Henderson. And this ball is hit high and deep. Going back is the right fielder Clemente. Kiss it goodbye. 2-out, 3-run homer for Henderson. 4-0 Giants. And not what the Pirates were looking for. And here's Jim Howarth, the left fielder. And he draws a walk. Wow. Not a great first inning for Steve Blass. 8th man to bat in the inning is Dave Rader, the catcher. Nothing on the 4. Five and a 7 against the lefty fly ball to center field. And Oliver will put it away, and that will retire the side. But the Giants get 4 on Blass, thanks to the help of the 3-run homer by Henderson. And we go to the top of the second. Pirates trail 4-0. Middle of the lineup, Stargell, Sanguian, and Robertson due up. All right, here's the pitch to Stargell. 3 and an 11. Fly ball. Nope. Not fly ball because that's against the righty. Against the lefty, that's just a bit low. McDowell not happy, but Stargell takes first, and he will not be held on. And here's Manny Sanguian, the catcher. And nothing on the 11. And here's the pitch to Sanguian. 6 and a 9. Against the righty, fly ball to right field, and Bobby Bonds cruises back and makes the catch 1 away for Bob Robertson, the first baseman. Nothing on the 16. And that's a fly ball to center field. Henderson is a 3. And a 5, that's not looking great. No, that will drop in for a single. Henderson is an E10 and a 9. There is no 9, but that will drop in, and moving to third is Stargell. So the Pirates have runners on the corners with 1 out, and the Giants will play back. They'll give up. They want to get the double play to get out of the inning. Here's Jose Pagan. Havoc roll. Balker pass ball chance. And that's a 3. There is no balk, so we will roll on. Six and an 8 against a righty. Ground ball to second. And we were not holding either runner, so both will keep their same fielding rate. Fuentes is a 3. And that's a leaner. We'll re-roll that. 3 and a 3. That's get knocked down. E30 for Fuentes. There is no 8, but that will be knocked down. Everybody moves up a base, so Stargell will score from third. Going to second is Robertson. And the Pirates get a run back. It's 4-1. And here's Gene Alley. All right, Havoc roll from McDowell. Nothing on the 8. One and a 4. Ground ball to third. Kingman to Fuentes. Over to first. Not quite in time to get Alley. They do get the runner at first. Going to third is Robertson on the fielder's choice. That brings up the pitcher, Steve Blass. Using pitcher hitting card. Should be number 3. Okay. All right. So there's Blass with his pitcher hitting card. Havoc roll for McDowell. Something on the 14. And here's the pitch to McDowell. 6 and an 8. Batting right-handed. Another second base chance for Fuentes. 3 and an 11. That's fine. We're not holding any runners on. E30 for Fuentes. Oh boy, 30 and a 16. Wow, 15, 17, and 18, but no 16. So throw to first in the dirt, dug out nicely by McCovey. And that retires the side. The Pirates do get a run back, but still trail 4-1. All right, Blass will face McDowell, Spire, and Fuentes here in the bottom of the second. All right, and here's the pitch to McDowell. Pitcher hitting card number 1, left-handed hitter. 4 and a 7. 1-14 single chance. And no, denied. Ground ball, nice stop by the shortstop, Alley. And throws the first to get McDowell 1 away. And here's Chris Spire. Flew out his first time up. 3 and a 7 against a righty. Fly ball to left field. Stargell under it. And retires Spire 2 down. And here's Tito Fuentes. Singled his last time up. 6 and a 10. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Third base chance for Pagan. 4 and a 2. That's not going to be fielded cleanly. 11 on a 39. Avoids the error, so at least he keeps it in front of him and he just puts it in his pocket. And that's a single for Fuentes. He's 2 for 2. And here's Kingman. singled his last time up, and that started a little rally. Nothing on the 3 for the Havoc roll. 1 and a 10 struck him out. And that will retire the side. Second strikeout for Blass as he retires the Giants here in the second. We go to the top of the third. Giants lead 4-1. And due up for the Pirates, top of the order, Cash, Oliver, and Clemente. And here is Dave Cash. 6 and a 7. 1-7 single chance. And the 12, it's a line drive caught in the air by the third baseman Kingman. Shows the ball to the umpire. 1 away. Here's Al Oliver. Lefty-lefty matchup. 2 and a 9. And that's a bouncer to the shortstop. And Spire retires Oliver. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third for Roberto Clemente. Flew out his first time up. Oops. And, of course, it's not a game until dice misses the tray. Three and a 5, and that's a fly ball to center field. And once again, Henderson retires Clemente. 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates here in the third. And we go to the bottom of the third. Giants lead 4-1. And McCovey, Bonds, and Henderson due up. Here's a pitch to McCovey. 1 and an 8. Popped him up, and that's to the third baseman, Pagan, and he will make the catch. 1 away. Here's Bobby Bonds. 5 and a 7. Fly ball to center field. Al Oliver calls for it and makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Ken Henderson, who capped off a 4-run first with a 3-run homer. And all dice have to go through the tray. And that's a fly ball to center field. And once again, Oliver makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for the Giants here in the third. And we go to the top of the fourth. 4-1 Giants lead. So Blass has sort of settled down since the big inning in the first. And here is Willie Stargell to lead off the top half of the fourth inning. And here's the pitch to Stargell. 4 and a 3 to the right fielder, Bonds. He's a 1. He will get to it, so I will not even roll on his chart. There's nobody on. Bonds is an E8. E8 and a 13. There is no 13, so Bobby Bonds makes the nice running catch. 1 away. Here's Manny Sanguillen. 3 and a 4. Little tapper to the first baseman, and McCovey takes it to the bag himself. 2 down for Bob Robertson. Singled his last time up. 5 and a 4. Third base chance for Kingman. He's a 5. 5 and a 17. That will be in range. Now he's an E39, same as Pagan is. And a 10, there's usually not a 10. No, there isn't. So Kingman handles a nice short hop, throws to first, and in time to get Robertson. 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates here in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 4-1 Giants. All right, and bottom third of the order for the Giants, Howarth, Rader, and McDowell. And here's Jim Howarth. Walked his last time up. 6 and a 10. Third base chance for Pagan. Third basemen are getting tested here. 16 is fine. E39. And let's see what the not so rare play is. G2 rare play. Flex off the pitcher and to the fielder. So this will be sort of the rare 1-5-3 out. All right, that's at least a little quirk in scoring there. And here's Dave Rader. Flew out his first time up. We'll do that again. And that's a bouncer to the shortstop, Gene Alley, who retires Rader 2 up, 2 down. And here's Sam McDowell. Grounded out his first time up. And we will have to have all 3 go through. 2 and a 9. And that's a ground ball to the first baseman. And Robertson tags the bag to retire the side. We go to the top of the 5th. Giants lead 4-1. And McDowell will face the bottom third of the Pirates order. Pagan, Alley, and Blass. Here in the top of the 5th. And here's Pagan. And against the lefty, 1-6 single chance. And not on the 20. That's a line drive caught by Kingman. 1 away. And here's Gene Alley. One and a 6, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop. And Spire throws out Alley 2 away, and here's Steve Blass. Grounded out his last time up. 6 and a 10. Catcher chance for the catcher Rader. He's a 2. Oh boy, and he's lucky there's nobody on base, because WS would usually mean that if there was a runner on base, that's a single. With no runner on. Okay, so if there was runners on base, that'd be a wild pitch. If not, then this would be a pass. This would just be a little squibber out in front of the plate, if there's no error. E5. There is no 9, so a little squibber out in front of the plate. And Rader gathers and throws and retires Blass. 10 in a row set down by Sam McDowell. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-1 Giants. Top of the order for the Giants, Spire, Fuentes, and Kingman. And here's Chris Spire. 2 and a 5. And Spire draws a leadoff walk. And he will not be held on, because -5 would take him to a 9. So, well, not holding him on. Here is Tito Fuentes. Nothing on the 6. Line drive to the first baseman, Robertson, and getting back quickly is Spire. 1 away. Here's Dave Kingman. Nothing on the 14. Five and a 6. And oh boy, that's trouble. 1 to 7's a double, the rest is a single. And the 20, that's a single for Kingman. He's now 2 for 3. Heading to third is Spire. And the Pirates will bring the infield in with 1 out. Trying to cut off a run here. They don't feel like they can't go any further behind than 3 runs. Havoc Rolford. And 1 to 5, and there's a wild pitch. Nice stop by Sanguillen on the 13. Infield in. 4 and a 6. And I will pull up the super advanced infield in chart for this. On a ground ball A, runner on first and third. Batter is out, runner on third holds, runner on first advances to second. So looks the runner back, charges and throws to first to get McCovey. To second goes Kingman. 2 away. Infield back to normal for Bobby Bonds. 1 for 2 with a single. Nothing on the 12. And here's a pitch to Bobby Bonds. 4 and a 4. Catcher chance. Sanguillen's a 1. 15. This will be it popped up into foul territory. Sanguillen throws the mask off. And Sanguillen is an E3. Not that, so popped up into foul territory. Sanguillen calls for it, makes the catch to retire the side. The Giants leave 2, but do not score. And to the top of the 6th we go. 4-1 Giants. And top of the order due up for the Pirates, Cash, Oliver, and Clemente. Of course, I believe this is the first year that McDowell was in San Francisco, because the Indians traded him to the Giants for Gaylord Perry. Of course, if you've not seen my Gaylord Perry replay, go back on my channel and watch it. I believe all the games are on my channel. All right, and here is Cash to lead off. 3 and a 7 against a lefty. Well struck by Cash. Will it get to the wall? Yes, it will. And a leadoff double for Dave Cash. And they will hold him on. Here's Al Oliver. And that's nothing on the 6. Here's Oliver. And that's just a bit outside ball 4. So first 2 base runners are on. And a big chance for Roberto Clemente. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 flyouts to center field. Nothing on the 16. Three and an 8. And that will get by into center field. Scoring from second is Cash. Heading to third is Oliver. RBI single for Clemente. So he is now 72 hits away from 3,000. And it's now a 4-2 game. And here's Willie Stargell. Bullpen action for the Giants, Jerry Johnson and Jim Barr. Don't want to try to get this too out of control here. All right, Havoc roll for McDowell. Nothing on the 11. Here's Stargell. 6-6 and outside ball 4. So the bases are loaded. And they will bring the infield in. No, they won't. They'll play back. They want to get the 1 out because a +1 will be automatically 2 runs. So they will play the infield back. Nobody out. 4 straight have reached. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Balker pass ball chance. It's a 1, so there's no balk. Here's Sanguillen. 3 and an 8. And that ball is struck to deep left field. Going back is Howarth. And that ball is out of here. 1-5 home run chance. That's a 5. And that's a grand slam for Manny Sanguillen. After cruising through the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning, 3rd time through the order, has proven costly for McDowell. And he is actually considered tired, and we'll actually have Jerry Johnson come into the game and get through this. They'll probably double switch in the next inning. So 5 runs here in the 6th inning. And it's a 6-4 Pirates lead. And Johnson now into the game. All right, here's Johnson. Face Bob Robertson, righty-righty matchup. And that's a base hit into right field. And so the hit parade continues for the Pirates. Not holding on Robertson. 6th man to bat in the inning is Pagan. Oops. And Balker pass ball chance. Pass ball chance for Raider needs to be a 1. Not on a 5. And here's the pitch to Pagan. Two and a 7. 1-19 single chance. And that's a base hit for Pagan. Still nobody out. And here's Gene Alley. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 13. 6 and a 10. Struck him out. And Bronx cheer goes up for the San Francisco faithful as Johnson finally gets the first down of the inning. And that brings up Blass. Nothing on the 6. Three and a 6. Struck him out. So 2 away, and back to the person who led this thing off, Dave Cash, with a second at bat in the inning, doubled his last time up. Nothing on the 7. Here's Cash. 6 and an 8. And that's a base hit into right field. Browning hitting second is Robertson. Not being held on makes him 11. 2 outs makes him a 13, but Bonds has a -4 arm. So they will hold everybody up. So bases loaded again for Al Oliver. Nothing on the 14. Three and a 6. And that's trouble. 1 to 12 is a double. That's a single for Oliver. Scoring from third is Robertson. Scoring from second is Pagan. Heading to third is Cash. 7 runs here in the 6th inning. That brings up Roberto Clemente again. With runners on the corners. Nothing on the 6. Three and a 10. And because there are 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, that's a base hit for Clemente. Into score from third is Cash. To third goes Oliver. Eight runs in the inning. And Jim Barr may be loosening in the bullpen here. He cannot get this final out. Here's Willie Stargell, nothing on the 20. Five and a 4. Center field for Henderson. 3. 19, he'll get there. And a 12. There is no 12, so Henderson squeezes it. But an 8-run 6th inning, and no, it's not snowing in San Francisco. 9-4, the Pirates lead. And spoiler alert, skip ahead for the next few seconds if this is the first video you're watching. It's a little bit like the last game I played. So 12 men to the plate, 8 runs on 8 hits, and 2 men left. And so to the bottom of the 6th we go. Henderson, Howarth, and Rader. And here is Henderson. And we will redo that one. Six and a 7. Switch hitter betting left-handed second base chance for cash. 2 and a 16 is fine. Oh boy. 8 and a 14. No, that's no 14. So Henderson hits one. Bad hop, but nice play by Cash. Throws the first to retire Henderson. 1 away. There's Jim Howarth. And that is a pop. No, that's a ground ball to the first baseman. And Robertson tags the bag himself. 2 away for Dave Rader. Three and a 4. And popped him up. Second baseman Cash calls for it and makes the catch to retire the side. And now I will have to figure out, I'm guessing I'm probably going to replace Howarth. All right, so not the namesake that played for the Yankees, but Bernie Williams will come in and play left field, and Jim Barr will come in and pitch. And the pitcher spot will be what was formerly Howarth's. So okay, timeout. All right, now we got that straightened out. Here's Manny Sanguian to face Jim Barr. Like I said, did the double switch with Bernie Williams now playing left field. All right, here's Sanguian. He is 1 for 3 with a homer, a grand slam. 1 and a 7. Unfortunately, not in a clutch situation, which has happened multiple times in this replay. One away. Here's Bob Robertson. As we are at the top of the 7th now. Sorry. And here's Robertson. Triple threes against the righty. Struck him out. And here is Jose Pagan. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. And against a righty, that will find a hole into right field for a hit. So 3 for 4 for Pagan. And here's Gene Alley. And we'll call that a 2. So balk chance is 1 to 2. No balk. So here's Gene Alley. 2 outs, runner on first. Five and an 11. First base chance, not holding on Pagan, so McCovey will keep his 3 range. 3 and an 11 is okay. McCovey is an E21. 3, 9, 10, 12, 17, and 18 needs to avoid. And the 13 he avoids, so nice stop, knocks it down for McCovey, throws to Barr covering, and that will retire the side. Stretch time here in San Francisco. Giants lead this one 9-4. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for your favorite team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, Bernie Williams, his first appearance today. 1 and a 4, struck him out. Back to the top of the order, here's Chris Spire, 0 for 2 with a walk. Six and a 9. Ground ball to the shortstop, and Gene Alley retires Spire 2 away. There's Tito Fuentes. Six and a 5. Switch hitter batting left-handed to the shortstop, Alley. He's a 3. 3 and a 12 is fine. $25 and a 12. Nope, avoids the air there, so 1 hops it to Robertson. He picks it out of the dirt. And that's a 1, 2, 3 inning for Blass. All right, we go to the top of the 8th. 9-4 Pirates. Barr's second inning of work. He'll face Blass, Cash, and Oliver. Here's Blass. 4th time at bat, 0 for 3 today. 2 and a 3. Ground ball to first, and McCovey steps on the bag himself, 1 away. Here's Cash. A single and a double in 4 trips. 3 and a 2. Not in a clutch situation, so that will stand. That's into left field for a hit. Here's Al Oliver. Havoc roll for Barr. Nothing on the 18. 6 and a 9. Fly ball to left field. And there is Bernie Williams, 2 away. There's Roberto Clemente, 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Six and a 4. And that's a fly ball to left field. And once again, there is Bernie Williams, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 9-4, Pirates lead. And Kingman, McCovey, and Bonds do up here in the bottom of the 8th. Point of weakness inning for Blass. They'd like him to be able to get through this entire game if he could. He's faced 29 batters through 7 innings of work. So here's Kingman, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 5 and a 7. Fly ball to center field. Just getting under it is Kingman, and Oliver will get it. 1 down. Here's Willie McCovey, 0 for 3 on the day. And that's a base hit into right field. If his run would have meant something, I would pinch run for him, but it doesn't really. Not in a 3-run deficit. All right, here's Bobby Bonds. It will not hold McCovey on. Nothing on the 20. 5 and a 4. Ballpark single chance. Bonds as a righty, that's 1-7. And that's a 6. And there is bullpen action for the Pirates going on. Let's see here. I'm going to let him pitch to Henderson. He's allowed 2 hits against his point of weakness. Got Henderson in the pitcher spot. All right, this probably will be the last batter. Don't know. We'll see. Havoc roll for Blass, nothing on the 8. Four and a 6. And that's just what the doctor ordered if you're a Pirates fan. Ground ball to second. Cash to Alley to Robertson. Inning-ending double play. And that will end the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Actually, that was not the worst. They'll let Barr try to finish out the rest of the game. And we'll face Stargell, Sanguian, and Robertson. Dave Justy is loosening just in case. All right, Barr, this is his 3rd inning of work, so this is his point of weakness. Here's Stargell. 1 and a 6, and that ball is driven high. That ball is deep, and kiss that goodbye. So another run added on. It's now 10-4, so it's the Truckers score, 10-4, good buddy. So that's a solid home run chance. I'll show you the card there. 1-6, solid on both sides, so it wouldn't have mattered, lefty or righty. All right, so there's Sanguian. He's homered today, 1 for 4. And we'll do that again. One and a 9, and that's a weak ground ball to the second baseman. Fuentes, 1 away. Here's Bob Robertson. Four and a 6. Fly ball to center field. 2 away. Here's Jose Pagan. And line drive to the shortstop alley. That will retire the side. Or sorry, to the shortstop spire, my bad. The solo home run by Stargell gives the Pirates a 10-4 lead going to the bottom of the 9th. And we'll get a pinch hitter for Barr. We'll go with Al Gallagher. Blass will try to complete this, although he gets 2 more because it's 4 over 2 innings or 3 in 1 inning. Justy is still loosening in the bullpen just in case. And here's the pitch. Let me get Gallagher in the... All right, here's the pitch to Gallagher. 5 and a 9. Struck him out. He is not tired. Or he's not fatigued, I should say. Here's Dave Rader. And Gary Maddox will come on deck and hit for Bernie Williams. 6 and a 10. Lefty, third base chance for Pagan. 4 and a 19 is fine. 39. And that should be okay for a 10. And it is. So nice play by Pagan. Retires Raider. And in comes Gary Maddox to try to jumpstart a rally here. Sorry, 2 away. And here's the pitch from Blass to Maddox. 6 and a 7. Second base chance for Cash. 13 is okay. 8 and a 10. So he fields it off the short hop, throws to Robertson, and that's your ball game. Final score, the Pirates win this one 10-4. Be right back with the line score right after this. Our final score from San Francisco, 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Pirates, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Giants. The game was broken open by a Manny Sanguin grand slam in the top of the 6th. And Blass is your winner. McDowell is your loser. And that was desperately needed because they used a lot of the bullpen, spoiler alert, in the previous game. All right, and the final game of the series. Take a quick timeout here. I'm going to pull up the Giants. Be right back, and I'll tell you the matchup for the next game. All right, so the next pitching matchup is Luke Walker against Ron Bryant. Should be game 1 of a doubleheader. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you can. Helps the video to be seen. If you'd like to leave a comment on anything I might have misspoken on or whatever, that's fine. Or if you just want to say thank you for the game, that's fine as well. And if you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.